morning. Today is Friday, April 17th. We have a birthday. It's April Ellison's birthday. April gets a song. April, and she's born in April. How cool. You think that's a coincidence? I don't think so. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear April. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, even if Jim and I want, oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, April. Have a good day. Even if Jim and I wanted to walk today, it's raining, which is so much better because we were supposed to get snow. I think the lower part of the state and into Ohio is getting snow. I'll take the rain. I'll take the rain any day, really, because I love snow in the winter, and I love snow when it's supposed to come around. Oh, let's see what Jim wants. Okay, I'm back. You got a quick glimpse of Jim because he's not going to be on there much longer. Anyway, we watch Blacklist, and there's the one lady that was Mr. Kaplan, but it was a woman that did it, and she always cleaned up all of his bloody murder scenes. And then she got killed, well, we thought, because she got shot in the head and left for dead in the woods, and then she lived. And so we always just call her Hole in the Head. I know that's silly, but that's what we called her. And so when she came back, we always said, well, we knew Hole in the Head wasn't dead. So every time we watch something, she always says, Jim always says, well, you know, where's Hole in the Head? And I always say, she's dead. And he goes, that doesn't mean anything, which is true. Anything on TV, that doesn't really mean anything. So he's watching old, on HBO, Boardwalk Empire, and she's on Hole in the Head. She's on Hole in the Head. She's on, and there's one of the characters. And so he said, see, I told you she's still alive. Anyway, another thing that drives me nuts is on Blue Bloods, when they were always looking for the Blue Template, or Blue Templar, and then all of a sudden nobody liked that storyline, so they got rid of it. Every week, Jim always says when we watch it, well, when are they going to investigate the Blue Templar? I said, Jim, you're the only one that wants to know about that. But anyway, so I am having a cup of cheese in my cup. I love cheese. I have a cup of cheese. Listen to me. See, I got cheese on my mind. I'm having a cup of tea because it's part of my breakfast. I have a cup of tea. Well, I have a pot of tea. I know that's a lot of tea. You know, I always wonder, how do people drink so much coffee? I drink a pot of tea in the morning, which is probably 4 cups. That's a lot now that I'm thinking about it. Jeez. No wonder I'm so wired. Because I drink Lipton. And then what I do is I use a Lipton bag in my cup. Not that you care, but I'm going to tell you. I use a Lipton tea bag in my cup, and then in the teapot I put a flavored one, like, you know, like strawberry or lemon or, you know, one of those kind. And then I dunk the tea until I get it to the strength I want, and then I put that tea bag into that and mix it together and have a mixture. See, you learned a little bit about me, whether you wanted to or not. You learned a little bit about me. I do not like coffee. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste of it. I tried drinking it black. I tried drinking it with sugar, with cream and sugar, just cream, just sugar, just black. I just don't like it. So, but tea I have always liked, so I'll drink that. But for breakfast, you know what? I'm craving cereal. I want a bowl of Rice Krispies with the banana, and I'm going to have a hard-boiled egg with it, and my pot of tea. I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch, but for dinner, Lent is over, but I don't eat meat on Fridays, so I'm going to have probably a tuna fish sandwich with a side salad with some pineapple and probably some cottage cheese. I don't weigh myself, but just once a week, and I just feel that this week, since I haven't been exercising or walking, and I have been eating a little bit more, that I'm probably not going to have a loss tomorrow. I'm fine with that. I really am. I know that, you know, like I always say that, and then I go crazy. But no, I am pretty fine with that. I've had 5 weeks of losses. I'm doing really well, and I'm really surprised, which I don't have in the house anyhow. Well, I should take that back. I do have 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies in the freezer, and I will eat a frozen cookie, but I haven't really been going crazy with the chocolates. And I gave up pop for Lent, and I have a whole 12-pack of Pepsi in the refrigerator in the garage. I'm not even tempted by that either. So I think it's just like my mind has really finally got to the point that, you know, I like this feeling of losing weight. I like this feeling of staying on track. I'm very happy that I'm content being home. I can find things to do during the day. I miss going grocery shopping, but I tried to do an online order this morning for next week, and there's not even any slots open. So Denise's husband, Gary, all I really need is bananas because I have enough of my other fruits and vegetables to last me. I got plenty of meat in the freezer and milk and bread and things like that. So he's going to go to the store today, and he's going to pick me up some bananas. But I don't know if I had mentioned before Jim came in, we finished the puzzle. We're just so proud of ourselves because I did like that Jim was the one that messed up. Secret laughing that I have. That he's the one that put the pieces in the wrong place, and we had all the pieces. And then when we got all done yesterday, I kind of walked away, and then he came in and he gave me the last piece to put in the puzzle because he said it just seems fitting since I put the first two pieces together that I should be the one to put the last piece in the puzzle. So I did. So we ordered a online order at Joann Fabrics to pick up some kind of a Mod Podge glue because I told you that one painting. I've done two puzzles, and after we get done, we Mod Podge it together, and then we put it on a board, and then we hang it as a picture. So we're going to hang that, and then Denise has another puzzle with some other birds, so we're going to get that. So we'll have two different types of bird pictures. And then what else do I got going for me? Nothing. I got my little prayer bear. See my prayer bear? I got my little prayer bear going here. I still have my award, first place fantasticness that I got from Dexter. I'm so proud of myself because every week when I get my weigh in and I go dun da 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 because I'm doing so well. Not to brag, but I think I'm doing pretty good. And let's see. I'll share a picture of me at my heaviest, or not my heaviest, my heavier, and with my mom. See? My mom's been gone 10 years. Seems like yesterday. 10 years. It went by fast. Hopefully the next 2 years goes by as fast as that 10 years went by, because I think we're going to be locked down. Well, not locked down, but it'll be a while, about 2 years before we go back to normal living. So, and this is another thing. I should eat them, but my chuckles. I still have my chuckles. I so want to eat them. I just so want to eat them, but I love the temptation and the willpower that I have just to overlook eating them. And it's just a daily reminder of my dad. Because I used to, well, people that are new to my channel, when we went to church, my mother and my father, we went to two separate masses. And you either went with my mother to mass or you went to mass with my father. And it was a real toss-up because you didn't know exactly who you wanted to go to. It didn't matter which one as far as discipline-wise because you had to be good in church no matter what. If you weren't good in church, as long as the mass was, when you came home, you had to sit in a chair in a room by yourself with no TV, no radio, nobody to talk to for as long as the mass would have been. So that was a punishment. But anyway, so it didn't really matter. But if you went with my mother, you got to sit in a pew because my mother would pay the dime because they were building the church and you had to pay a dime to sit in the pews. So my mother would pay the dime so that we could sit in the pew. So, you think, do I want to go and sit with mom? And then I can get sitting through the mass, and then I just have to sit and stand and kneel, because it is quite a production. But if you went with my father, you didn't get to go and sit in a pew. You stood on the side for the whole hour that the mass was. It was at least an hour, if not longer. But you didn't get to sit in the pew because my father refused to pay the dime. But if you were good in church, you would go to Cunningham's drugstore, where you would sit at the soda counter, and my father would order you a glass of water, and he would get you a package of Chuckles. So you could sit at the counter eating your Chuckles, because you couldn't bring them home, because not with 6 kids, not all 6 went to the same mass. And you didn't know if you were going to get Chuckles every week. That was another thing. It didn't mean that you got it every Sunday, because if it was that would be a no-brainer. Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going to get a package of Chuckles. So it was a hit and miss whether or not that was the week you were going to get some Chuckles. You always got to go to Cunningham's to sit at the counter and get like a small glass of water. Not that that was a big deal, but it was a big deal because you got to sit at the counter like you were going to really get something in anticipation that you might get those Chuckles. But So it was always a toss-up. Most times I went with my dad just on the off shot that I'd get the chuckles. So when my father was dying and he was in the hospital and there were so many foods he couldn't eat, the dietitian told my mother this is what he needs, you know, like as far as vitamins and nutrients and sugars and things like that. And different foods were interacting with him and they would cause him like severe cases of diarrhea or vomiting. But my mother somehow found out that my father could eat chuckles. I don't know how that happened, or I don't know if it's just that they were just trying to appease him or what. But every day when he would get his dinner tray and you would lift the lid off the tray, there would be a package of chuckles on his plate. And that would be my father's dinner. Because the one day my mother opened up the tray and there was a big pat of butter. And my mother said, well, where's the bread and where's that? Well, he can't have that, but he can have the butter. My mother says, who's going to eat just butter? And anyway, little did they know my father used to take, like when he'd have some bread, he'd take a slab of butter, take a bite of the bread, and then take another slab of butter, take a bite of the bread. So, I mean, my father could have ate just the butter, but my mother found the chuckles to be the case that would work for my dad and get him to eat something, get some sugar and nutrients in him. So I have fond memories of my chuckles, and they don't sell them here too often, and I can't find them in Michigan. So it's a nice memory. It is a nice memory. And then if I see a bingo dabber, it reminds me of my mother because my mother loved bingo. So anyway, now I blabbered on for way too long. So anyway, let's go see about breakfast because I'm getting a little hungry now. I had my tea, ready for some more. Okay, talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, let's eat breakfast. Today is Friday, April 17th. Started my day with a prayer. I do have 2 quotes today. First quote is, home should always be a shelter from the storms, all sorts of storms. And also, home is where you find light when all grows dark around you. It's a 10-point breakfast, 0 for my egg, banana, tea, and water, 5 points for my half a cup of Rice Krispies, 5 points for a cup of milk. It's 10 points. Let's go eat. Okay, we officially finished our puzzle last night. So we're going to put it on a board and hang it, and we're going to move on to our next puzzle. Okay, I have a cup of tea in the other room. I'm going to have some cottage cheese and pineapple for my lunch. It's a 3-point lunch. 3 points for the half cup of cottage cheese and 0 for the pineapple and my glass of water that's in the other room too. Okay, let's eat dinner. It's a 6-point dinner. 2 points for my bread, 1 point for my Miracle Whip, 1 point for my lemonade, 2 points for my pudding, 0 for my celery, cuke, tomato, and tuna, and 2 points for my pudding. So it's a 6-point dinner. I have 4 points left over in case I want a snack later on. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke. That's about it for tonight. My dinner was delicious. It's kind of weird eating 3 meals today because for the last 6 or 7 weeks I've only been eating 1. So, but I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have no major plans for the weekend as usual. But we have a new puzzle. We're going to start on that tomorrow. And we did do a Joann's pickup delivery. We're going to get that tomorrow because we need to get some hodgepodge to put on the puzzle. And then we have a board. We're going to put it on and we're going to hang it down the basement. Because we're almost done with the remodeling. Jimmy has just a couple more things to do. But obviously we're going to wait till it's safe for him to come over. That's all I can say. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll do my meeting highlights. I hope to get it up before noon. And just stay on track for the rest of the night. I think I have 4 points left for a snack. But I'm not really that hungry. So, okay, talk to you guys in the morning.